So yesterday I was telling you industrial action is also called a strike, and it is the effort by workers to stop work in protest in order to pressurize for higher wages or better working conditions. And I told you there are several forms of strikes. You can have go slow, you can have sit-ins whereby you arrive at work and you just sit without doing anything. You have downing tools whereby you don't even come to work, or you don't go to work as a worker. And then we have violent demonstrations. Violent demonstration is whereby you go, you're violent as you're downing your tools. You can cane people or you can destroy all the property that is on your way. And then we have peaceful demonstrations whereby you go walking around with your placards and you don't make what? Noise. Yes, so you just down tools and you're there, you're demonstrating, but you're not destroying anything, or you're not talking. You're just maybe you have placards whereby there are instructions on what you want. So now, because you know what a strike is or an industrial action, we are going to talk about the effects of industrial actions and a strike. Yes, so here you're being told about the effects of industrial action in school or strikes in school. It may lead to expulsion of the inciters or the culprits. If you're the one who is inciting other students to strike, you can be expelled. And then when you're expelled, you know that you're learning, or you lose your learning opportunity, and then it's going to affect your future. It is also very expensive for parents, especially if you damage the school property, and then the parents are supposed to do what? To pay. It also may lead to injuries or even death. For example, the example of Changuli. When the students did what? Burning the other students in the dormitory. They died. And if you can go there to the school, you'll see the what? The graves are there. So it may lead to injuries or it may lead to death. Kindly, when if you ask the effects of a strike in a school, the negative effects, you have to say it may, because it may lead to injury. Maybe you have a peaceful demonstration and it may not lead. So you start with it may. The ones that you're sure about, like it leads to loss of study time, of course that is a must. So that you don't say it may. Of course it leads to a what? To loss of study time. Because if you're guilty of organizing the strike, you'll be suspended, while others are doing what? Are learning. And then it may lead to poor performance in academics. Because remember, if you're involved in a strike and then you're sent home on expulsion, you're going to lose study time. And also it leads to mistrust to other teachers and students. If you're the ringleader, now the teachers will mistrust you all the time because you do not have a good rapport with them. From there, we are talking about the effects of industrial action at workplace. Number one, it may lead to loss of job. If you are the ringleader at a particular workplace and the leaders know you are the one who incited the other workers to go on strike, they will what? They may sack you, and then it leads to a what? The loss of jobs. Also, it may lead to deduction of salaries. So your salary is deducted when you're involved in a strike and you don't attend work. Because when you're striking, maybe you're demonstrating, that means you're not working, or you down your tools in general. That leads to the employer deducting the days that you did what? You did not do your task as expected. Also, financial instability due to loss of job. Those who lose their jobs due to strikes. Now it's going to affect your what? Because most of the people who are working, they are working in order to earn income to cater for their basic needs. So if you're involved in a strike and then you lose your job, now you will not be financially stable because you lack some of the basic needs. You do not have money. Also, physical injuries or even death, whereby you are having violent demonstrations You can have violent demonstrations in that particular industry or the organization, and then you destroy property. When you destroy the property, as you're in the act of destroying the property, it may cause what? Injuries, because the police might be called. And then when they are called, they'll come with what? They will come with they usually come with, in Kenya, it's called what? Tear gas. And then it can even lead to death, because some of them shoot. They shoot them. They shoot the workers who are doing what? Who are on strike. It depends with what the employer requires if he calls the police. There is also hatred between the employer and the employee, because now there is mistrust. You cannot trust each other, because you thought you have a humble working condition, and then all of a sudden you decide that the conditions of your particular job, they are not what? Favorable for you, and then you organize a strike instead of putting forth your grievances in a peaceful manner. There is also victimization of some of the individuals, especially the ringleaders. You are victimized in that in case anything happens, they keep on blaming you. Yes, they blame you. Maybe someone else was also involved, and they were not seen as involved in the strike. But now all the blame goes to you. And even if that particular issue is sorted out, every time something happens, you're done what? You're blamed. That is victimization. So those are the effects of industrial action.